We're back. The Chicago Bears have signed another op, this time Jonathan Owens to a 2-year deal. We're going to talk about it all and more, but first, we got to play that intro.
Into Chicago Bears Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bears news and content.
What's going on, Bears fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bears related. I'm the host here, Haize, joined by Stevo. We also got Bobby coming in the building, man. We got Bobby in the building. The Chicago Bears have made another signing, this time signing former Packer Jonathan Owens to a 2-year deal. Still monitoring for the details of the deal. If we get that during this live stream, we'll definitely break that down. This is a 28-year-old safety defensive back who comes in here, add some more depth at that position. Probably going to play a lot on special teams as well. How you guys feeling about this signing?
I like it. I ain't gonna lie. I know he up, but he's what I classify under my definition as a thumper. He be out there laying shit out. And that's what we need on this team. As much depth as possible. Of course, he's a depth piece, of course, but I also like his versatility. He's listed as a DB, but he played a lot of safety last year, and he had a pretty good season playing safety for Green Bay. Now, I know it's going to be kind of weird because he was one of those people that smacked the shit out of Justin Fields, but hey, hopefully we can shake hands. He could buy that motherfucker a brewski or a vegan or whatever the hell he is now. But get on one accord. But like we definitely needed more depth piece around our secondary, of course. Like we seen in one example in that end of the game season where we had our best corner out and I think our safety out. That secondary it was all day in the middle of the field the whole time. And you need somebody that can pay valuable minutes if somebody get injured or if you just need to put somebody in the right moment. And to be honest, he might challenge some people that's already a DB that we got here. Like, I don't know if Terrell's you got competition now. Whoever coming in that we draft that possibly come in, you got some competition now. So we already know some of his story. He's an underdog. He done worked his tail off. He wasn't as confident in this game as he is now, but I like the signing. And I was getting sick or tired of seeing Simone Biles and that stank ass green and yellow. Put that right orange and blue on in this motherfucker.
Get that Olympian in that orange and blue.
On my
absolutely. Absolutely. How you feeling?
I mean, I got to take it for what it is. I can't be mad at the Chicago Bears for adding depth, and I would pretty much echo all the things that Stevo said, but I'm going to add on this. The guy is a solid damn player, and he's a more proven player than when we picked up Robert Tanya. So I got to take that for what it is. Robert Tanya was like, oh, snap, he could be a red zone threat, but we had to remember who was his quarterback as the red zone threat. You know what I'm saying? And this guy, he was able to do it throughout his career. And so far, I'm okay with it. It's nothing that's going to make me too excited. I am a little upset it is an op. But if you want to build a winning team, you got to add good depth pieces. So.
Yeah, I mean, and we know that Matt Eberflus isn't against his position battles in training camp. This could be between him and Kevin Byard. I think Kevin Byard's going to come in there for sure with that, with the projection to start there. But now you add him. You still got Elijah Hicks there. I don't know what that means for the future of Elijah Hicks. He's a better, more proven commodity than Elijah Hicks for sure. So we'll see what that ends up turning into. But this is another solid signing. But like I said when I was live with Stevo earlier, I love the solid signings. This is not to knock the solid signings. I've seen some people in the comments like, well, we're going to suck again because we didn't sign any big name. No, the solid signings are usually the ones that are going to pay off the biggest dividends for you. But I'm still waiting on that knockout punch. We still haven't got that knockout punch yet.
Bro, I've been telling y'all, like, I've been saying it since last year. If you pay attention to polls, he always goes back and gets somebody that gave us problems. This is like the fifth example. He pays attention to the people that gives us problems. They're not always going to be the big names. And let's be honest, it's going to hurt to say this and for it to come out, but they know how to fucking put a team together better than us. They know how to find better players than us, and he was one of them. So I get he is an op and shit. I don't like ops, but at the end of the day, you got to get quality depth piece and talent around you. Period.
Yeah. You got to get, I mean, depth is the name of the game, right? And especially, like I've said, with Eric Washington before, and I know now he's not a lot of Bears fans are going to be familiar with like what he likes to do. He likes to rotate things in and out. He likes to keep everybody as fresh as possible so you can get the best look, specifically on that defensive line, but throughout the defense as well, where you have that depth at. So, and we know one thing that we know is that you're gonna suffer. There's gonna be some players that miss a couple of games. Bringing in somebody like Jonathan Owens who can play DB and play safety, he can play multiple positions. That's the type of versatility you want in your depth pieces, that you're going to be able to play multiple positions for you if needed. So
for real, because you can have them come in your nickel package, your dime package. If you want to throw a different look out there, you can be able to throw them out there and just keep adding to the talent, Mo. That's pretty much what it is. Haize, I know you said about the knockout punch. I think the knockout punch is coming soon, but I don't think it's gonna be a big name player.
You think it's gonna be the trade? It's gonna be the trade. We'll talk about that for those that don't know the plan yet through free agency. So we're gonna have, of course, our breaking news episodes during the day as news drops. We have our daily episodes in the morning that just happen every day, but during free agency, especially through this first week, we're gonna be having nightly episodes as well. Those are gonna be later episodes around 10 p.m. It's gonna be late, but that's when we're going to kind of break down any things that happen over the day and what we could see kind of going forward more. So that's more in depth. I think the whole team's going to be there tonight, so stay tuned in for that one. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button. Ain't nobody giving you free agent coverage. I mean, off-season coverage like Chicago Bears Central. They're just not doing it like that, bro.
Come on, man.
This is what it is, man. But this is
did he just do the C-dub?
He just did.
Bro, gotta let them know we number one.
That is hilarious, man. But yeah, Ryan Poles is making the solid signings, and that's one thing that Ryan Poles has always done a good job at, is finding quality depth. Right outside of that first year, we signed a lot of those one-year proven deals, but we all knew what the writing was on the wall with those one-year proven deals. But he's been really solid at the last two off seasons. So let's see that continue. Anything you guys before we go? I know this is kind of a quicker one. There's not a lot to talk about with this one, but like, how are you guys feeling about the offseason overall? Bobby, I know you haven't gotten to get on those breaking news episodes. How did you feel about the Everett signing earlier, brother?
Thank you. Because this, first of all, I look at this guy as being that guy who can stretch the field. Bro, how the hell are you a 6'3", 250-pound tight end catching things out of the backfield in the flats and taking them 10 yards and finishing the play? You got to tackle if you want to tackle this guy. I love that pickup. I think it provides you a different some different looks that you could put out there against opposing teams, and he's going to be a nightmare matchup. So, woo, I love that pickup. And you got him for the low.
Yeah.
Post cooks again. Post cooks again.
It's getting pretty consistent with that, right? That Pose is cooking, man. And I'm loving what we're doing here, man. And I know that this Jonathan Owens signing isn't anything that anybody's going to write home or sing home about. But this is a guy who's been healthy, all 17 games played the last two seasons. He only played 7 his rookie year. He's been this is going into his 4th year in the NFL, but he's solid, and that's what you want. Nobody's bringing him in here to change much, but add that depth. That's where you start seeing. That's what gets you to the playoffs, right? That's what wins you some football games, is having that depth. It's good to have top end talent, but when you have quality depth that you can go to, and there's a little drop off, but not where people are inadequate, that's going to make a big difference for the Bears next season.
Like, he really like, especially with this signing, like, I think he was thinking more ahead, because if I'm not mistaken, it's a 2-year deal, right?
Yes.
So like I will be honest, he was looking at Brusca too with this signing too, because we've been seeing him, like, especially last season, almost every game he had to get taken out the game at least once.
That's true.
He came back.
That's true too.
He could literally fill in, because that's how he plays. He likes to play fast. He likes to play around the edge. And he's gunning for you, and he's a perfect replacement in case something happens with Brusca.
Agreed.
Completely agree with you there. We got one super chat to read before we get up out of here. It says, appreciate you, bros. Haize, keep roasting them. Bear down. I ain't had to roast nobody today, Quincy, but we definitely appreciate you supporting the channel. Listen.
Justin Field testosterone and Caleb Field testosterone went up in their ass today. That's what it was. They cool. They didn't cool down.
Man. Yeah, you gotta chill out, man. Plus, I think a lot of people on both sides are wondering what the hell we doing right now. Like the Fields fans, Caleb Williamson, everybody's confused as hell right now because for all the people who are trying to be like, oh, well, this move absolutely means this. Y'all looking mighty confused right now. That's what we told y'all to chill the hell out.
They are hella confused because now I feel like Ryan Poles is telling his PR guy, hey, hit up Ian Rappaport and tell him this. Hit up Adam Schefter and tell him this. Exactly. Like, because it's just these last few days is just like, hold on, what the hell is going on? And then you got your people that's backtracking or coming out and saying Justin Fields has no value. Sam Darnold, really? Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. I heard some ridiculous things today, but hey. Shout out to Ryan Post for keeping them guessing. This is how you drive up value. You keep suspense. You never tip your hand. Even with these signings fit any quarterback that's going to come through the door. All of them are solid signings on both sides of the football, and the Bears are getting better. We don't know what's going to happen, but hope we find out soon.
And that's the right thing, is that you want to build a team that's solid regardless, right? Yeah, there are going to be some things you have to build around certain skill sets and things like that. But what Ryan Poles is doing right now is he's building a solid and deep team. And that goes further than the quarterback. Yes, the quarterback gets all the notice when there's wins or losses, things like that. But Poles is not buying into y'all narratives. Y'all, us fans, we can buy into narratives. Poles is focused on what he needs to be focused at. Building the best team that he possibly can while maintaining some cap flexibility and thinking about the future of this team as well, because they're going to be players that are going to need contract extension. So I get why everybody's saying things like, oh, I want this name, I want that name, I want this name. But not many people are thinking about what that means for when you got to extend Jaquan Brisker. What then would that mean when you got to eventually extend Tyreek Stevenson? Like, keep in mind, like, and this is a good thing. Imagine had Darnell Mooney taken that deal last year, that $10 million deal.
Yeah.
At that point, you're looking at we're not getting all this. So it's everything. It kind of fits. It's Legos. And so people are so zoomed in to one part of the picture that they're not seeing the big picture. But that's fine. That's not our job. That's Ryan Poles' job. And he's seeing the big picture. That's all that matters.
Because some people don't realize that when you're a top heavy team, one injury can screw up everything.
Yeah.
And you need to build these things out. You need to have some depth. You need to have some players that you could depend on. And that's how you build and be sustainable in what you building. I understand that people want to have that year to where we saying, yeah, we're going for it. Absolutely, go for it. But do you want sustained success? Ooh, that was a killer, boy. Shout out to C-Dub. But y'all get the point.
That's hilarious.
You ignorant as hell.
But we appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know if news drops, we drop. That's the phrase around here. If we're living it. If y'all are new to Chicago Bears Central, we're not gonna blame you for it. But make sure you hit that damn subscribe button. Don't be behind the 8 ball no more. Make sure you guys follow us because we're gonna give you the best content and breaking news content when it comes down to it. But follow the show at Chi Bears Central. You can send us in. And you notice we're not CHGO. We ain't sad about what moves happen. But follow the show at Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns. Chicago Bears Central at gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and or voicemail, I haven't even checked the voicemail bag because I already know it's probably like 30, 40 voicemails in there.
Crazy right now.
773-242-9336. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Bears related. Chi-Town up, Bear down. Love you guys.